your girl Ashley back with another video. How y'all doing? How y'all weeks been? How y'all months been? How's y'all day been? Comment down below and let me know. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. For those who aren't, welcome back, sis. What's up? Been rocking with me from jump. Loyalty. So for today's video, I'm gonna just get right into it because, to be honest, it's been a very long week and I decided to make this video just because I've been by myself for a week. And you guys are probably like, what do you mean you've been by yourself for a week? Don't you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do, my lovely baby girl, and she comes home from work late at night. So during the day I'm by myself and I only see her at night, which sucks because I'm so used to us having the same schedule and like getting out of work together and then spending like the rest of the day together, that now I don't see her all day. It sucks a lot. She has two jobs because I obviously cannot work, and I will tell you guys why I cannot work in a couple of minutes. Soon come, just wait. Okay, so the reason why I cannot work is because, drum roll please, boop, 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 diddy, boop, 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 diddy, boop. Yeah, your girl got a boot. I know you're probably like, what? How that happen? I'm gonna tell y'all how it happened. No se preocupen, porque yo le voy a decir a ustedes para que ustedes sepan lo que me pasó. That ain't no Spanish like that. What? Spanish mommy. Ya ustedes saben. Basically like straight off the boat, but I'm not, because I was born here. But who claims they're American? Like, who actively claims they're American? Nobody. You wanna know why? Because America sucks.
America sucks.
So you know what I am? Dominicana soy. So we just gonna get right into this video. Yeah, a story time of how I ended up with this boot on.
So
Last week Monday, I was on my way to work, and around where I work there was no parking, like none at all. So I decided to park in a green zone. And for those who do not know, a green zone where I live is basically a residential zone, and you're only allowed to park there if you live in that area. So I decided to park at a green zone because I was already like 10 minutes late to work. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just park here, and then, you know, later on I'm just gonna move my car. In the green zone between 7 and 9 a.m. you are not allowed to park there if you do not have a sticker in your car stating that you live there and you can be parked there. You will get a ticket. Where I work, it's a bakery slash cafe, and I am a part of the cafe crew. Like, I deal with the customers, I make coffee, you know, I'm in the front. And if they need help in the back, then I obviously go and help them, but I'm mainly in the front. So at my job, during the weekdays, we come in at 5 o'clock in the morning to open the store from 5 to 6. And it's usually just two of us from 5 until 7. The reason for that is because I am the, you know, the cafe crew. So I set up the front of the house, make sure like our muffins are good, you know, all our pastries are okay. And then the person in the back, she's baking the pastries to put in the front. From 5 to 6, we're setting up the store. At 6 o'clock, we open the store, but it's 6 in the morning, so we usually don't get like a lot of customers. We usually get like a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 from 6 to 7. And then at 7 o'clock, somebody else comes in, and then that's when, you know, it starts picking up. A lot more people are coming to get coffee. I had parked at a residential zone, so I decided, like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just set up the store, and then after I finish setting up the store, I'm gonna just run quickly to my car, you know, and move my car. And probably like 6:20 maybe, I had finished setting up the store. Everything was like good, you know, there was no customers coming in. I told my coworker, I was like, I'm gonna run quickly to move my car because where I'm parked, I can't park there. And she was like, okay, you know, that's fine. Obviously she's not gonna tell me no, but and the reason why I was rushing is because she's part of, would you would say, the bakery crew. So she doesn't know anything in the front. Like, she's just there to bake the pastries, you know, make sure that she bakes any or makes anything for any specials that we have for the day and stuff like that. She doesn't know the front. She doesn't know the different type of muffins we have. Like, if a customer was to ask me, oh, how many muffins we have, I would be able to tell them. She would not. Her job is just to be in the back. So I go outside and I see that I can park like around the corner from the store. So I'm like, this is it, this is lit. Let me run quickly to my car so I don't lose a parking spot, and then also so a customer does not come into the store and then she, you know, she's stuck, like she doesn't know what to do. I would not want that. Like, that's one of the worst things ever, to be somewhere and you not know what you need to do. No. So I was like, let me just do this real quick. Like, I'm just in and out. So I was running to my car. I ran across the street. My foot, like, I don't know what happened, but I took like the worst misstep ever and my foot just like twisted completely. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God,
What the hell? But I used to play sports when I was younger and I used to dance. So my ankles are really bad. Always fucking up. They're always like hurting and stuff like that. So I just figured that my ankle was gonna hurt. I was gonna be okay, and that's it. I was gonna ice it, rest, elevate, and I was gonna be fine. I tried to run again and I couldn't. Like, it hurt to run. So I'm like, alright, something ain't right here. Pero vamos a ver. We'll see. So, you know, I'm hopping to my car. I get to my car. I drive to the parking spot. I park my car, and then I hop again to the store. When I get to the store, I tried to put pressure on my foot and I couldn't. Like, the slightest amount of weight, and like the pain was intense. And I'm like, this ain't nothing compared to my ankles hurting. Nothing at all. So obviously I knew there was something wrong. Woman that I was working with, she was like, oh, just like sit down. We're gonna get your foot. We're gonna get ice. So you can ice your foot. Hopefully the swelling goes down or whatever, and we're fine. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. The store that I work in is family owned. I called my boss and I told her, I was like, oh, like I twisted my foot and to be honest, I don't know what's wrong, but it really, really hurts and I cannot put any pressure on it. And she was like, okay, just try to find somebody to cover your shifts, because we have to have 2 people in the front at all times. Like, that's the way they want it set up. And they do get a lot of customers, so they always want 2 people in the front. So she wanted me to wait for somebody to come in to cover the rest of my shift, which I obviously was not mad about, because I understand what it's like. I'm sitting down in the kitchen and I take off my shoe. Whenever you twist your ankle or anything, you're not supposed to take off your shoe, because if you take off your shoe, your foot swells up and then you can no longer put your foot inside of the shoe. But I took off my shoe where it was hurting, which I'm going to show you guys. Where it was hurting, I needed to ice it and I could not ice it with my shoe on. So I'm going to show you guys my foot. I'm going to cover my toes because they're not done. But so when I twisted my ankle, I had like a sharp pain like right here. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? So I take ice. I'm icing my foot. I'm thinking that it's going to make it any better. And no, it's like the pain is still there. So my boss's husband, he comes in and he's like, just go home. Like, I'll cover for you, because obviously nobody's trying to come in to cover you. So I'll just cover for you. And I'm like, okay, like, thank you so much or whatever. And I was going to go home like after he told me, but then I'm like, wait a minute, what if it's something worse? Like, what if it's not just a sprain? Like, something told me to go to an urgent care to check it out, to make sure. So that's what I did. I ended up going to urgent care. They took x-rays on my foot to find out that I have a fracture. And I was like, fuck me. Now I have this stupid ass fracture. I have lived 22, almost going on 23 years of my life, and I have not fractured or broken any bone in my body. This is the first one. So when I tell you guys that pain to me was like intense, I could not take it. I literally could not take it. Like, I was crying because it just hurt so much. Some people probably like, oh, you're a little bitch for crying. I'd never experienced a broken anything anywhere, so I didn't know that pain was that intense. For those who break their bones, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. Like, I would not wish this on my worst enemy, to be honest. Actually, I might. See it for me. So the urgent care, they told me that I had a fracture, and then they put a splint on me, and they were like, oh, you have to go to a specialist so they can give you like the proper equipment that you need and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I went to urgent care early in the morning. It was probably like 9 o'clock, and she was like, around 1:45 you have your other appointment, so you're just gonna go over there. Now, I can't drive. Like, my foot was already hurting. So I called my friend up and I was like, oh, I know you're at work, but is there any way that you could leave early so you could come drive me to the doctor's, because I don't want to put any pressure on my foot and make it worse. And he was like, yeah, just come pick me up. I drove 15 minutes to go to his job, and then we drove like 30-45 minutes to drive to the doctor's. So we get to the doctor's. Mind you, I'm in pain. I'm hurt. I'm walking around with these fucking crutches that hurt, that I'm not used to at all, making my whole body ache. And then they're like, oh, well, we don't take your insurance, so we can't see you. I was fucking livid. But the doctor that I went to, they were so nice. The receptionist, she was so nice. She found me a doctor that I can go to that takes my insurance, but it was like on Thursday. She was like, but you need a referral, so you have to go to your primary doctor to get a referral in order to see the doctor on Thursday. I was so mad. We had to drive an hour and 30 minutes to the Bronx to go see my fucking primary doctor for a piece of paper, just to say, yeah, you can see her. Like, literally. I was in pain. I was pissed off. I was hungry. I was mad. Like, you would think that they would try to speed things up, but no, they want to take their sweet ass time. Like, first of all, you're not going to give me no pills to pop in order for this pain to stop. Figure something out. So then I went home with a splint, which is what the urgent care had put on my foot in order to keep my foot straight, you know, for the healing process. And then on Thursday, I had gone to my specialist, to the podiatrist. No, I don't think, no, that's not podiatrist. It was something with an O. I don't know. I went to the foot specialist, and they told me that I had a Jones fracture. For those who do not know what a Jones fracture is, it's a fracture on your fifth metatarsal, which is your pinky toe, the last bone. And it's a very, very thin bone. We're gonna pretend this is my foot. So the Jones fracture, where it was like right here. This fracture takes automatically 6 weeks to heal. It does not 4 weeks, not maybe 5, or minimum 6 weeks to heal. So I have to be home in this fucking boot for 6 weeks. Obviously, you know, as the week starts going by, I have to start putting more pressure on my foot little by little, so my so I can be able to walk with the boot. But for right now, since it's recent, I can't put no pressure on it because it hurts. That is my story about my week and this fucking fracture and this big ass boot. It's just a lot. So I've been by myself, and I decided, I'm like, you know what, why not make a video, kind of talk to you guys, let you guys know what's going on, what I'm doing. I will be making another video updating about my foot, to Google like different exercises for me to do in order to help the process, so I won't have to get surgery in the future, like after the 6 weeks, if the bone does not heal properly. I will be updating you guys on that, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe and press that bell so you can get notified when I post another video, whether it's about my foot or not. Just, you want to get notified, because this video wasn't that lit, but my videos are going to get lit. Just give me a second. Like, let me get back on track, you feel me? Because I'm a fun, cool ass chick. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting me. I absolutely appreciate it. Make sure you guys share my video. Make sure you guys show love. You guys can DM me if you have any questions or anything that you want to see from me. You guys can comment down below. DM me on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever you guys want. I'm down for whatever. Especially now that in the next 5 to 6 weeks I'm going to be home. I can use some ideas. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.